Okay, Brandon, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Yeah.
One
So
issue is Zoom is the camera's going to the live stream program now, so you won't be able to see me. That's the only issue, but you'll see me on the live stream technically. The only reason is every time I do Zoom, Zoom either steals the camera or the camera goes to the OBS. Um, at the end, I would love to sit with you though, man. You've blown me away. You've blown so many of us away. But let's get it going. I know you don't have much time. I'm starting to stream now. I'm gonna put you
I didn't know
into.
we were streaming. So you're
Is
just
that
gonna
a,
ask me a bunch of questions or
yeah? Is
something?
that okay? Is that all right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. I'm
yeah,
cool with it.
yeah. And it's gonna be in great light. No side swipe, no crazy questions. Just really about what you did, how great the project is. You know me. I have everything but two of the collections. So I'm like pretty deep in Bondly. I love Bondly. Renchi is a good friend of mine. He's in my group. Renchi T. He's kind of an admin for you to run
Yeah,
something in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Discord service. So here we go. Let's get into the live stream. I want to make you big. Let's see. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna boom you up. Just so fascinated by Bondly because it's doing so many different things, in my opinion. It's, first of all, how did you get into this? How did you get into this space? How was this like your destiny? What made you go into making NFT, just blockchain in general, before we get even into the next NFT thing that you're doing?
Yeah. So like, thanks for having me. Yeah. So I'm Brandon. I'm the CEO of Bondly, just FYI. And yeah. So how did I get into blockchain? So I've always been sort of curious about technology for sure. So I led a data science team at where I spent most of my career, which is at PwC.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
had roughly a team of. I started as just basically the guy getting coffee, working in the basement
So you've
on
done things from the
code.
ground up, know exactly what it's like. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
Yeah, so I started there, and yeah, no, I ended up running a team of about 25 people across the U.S., and I had major clients like Microsoft and Citibank. So, but I've always been really curious about technology and where it's heading. I got interested in Bitcoin just sort of as a speculator. So I bought my first Bitcoin in 2012 off of eBay. So it was like $19, and yeah, so and that's not a safe way to do it. I don't recommend anybody listening to this ever do that.
Yeah,
Buy
right.
Bitcoin off eBay anymore.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah,
I've
no,
never
that's
heard of anyone buying Bitcoin on eBay. You're the first person to do that, so that's pretty cool. You're an OG, man, an
I
OG
have
in the
the wallet
space.
receipt. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
So so anyways, no, that so yeah, that was before I even knew the possibility of the technology. I've also tried mining through using products like BitTorrent over the years, and then
Yeah.
eventually, yeah, really started to kick off 2017 time frame. I think the technology was super intriguing. Like, it offered a lot of promises that were made, while the technology and I think the cycle was just overheated and very heavily funded. And yeah, so I pivoted away from sort of the corporate lifestyle into that. And then that's when we really started Bondly. So Bondly was about really taking digital assets in any form, NFT or otherwise, and making an easy way to trade between people, things that were natively digital. So NFTs are just the easy one because it's all on blockchain as well. But what we're
Mm-hmm.
really excited about is all types of assets, including like things like Instagram accounts, things like YouTube accounts, what you're streaming on right now. Like, these are
Yeah.
all
So,
things
so
that
I was
are,
saying, so the project is Bondly, right?
yeah,
And where do you see? And so this kind of is my caveat to my first question: is where do you see NFTs in the future?
yeah.
Like, could you sell a YouTube channel? Could a YouTube channel become an NFT, right? Like an entire, like, because people look at this, right? When you first look at Bondly, right? My wife looked over my shoulder the other day, said, "What are you doing? Pokemon cards or something?" I said, "No, this is serious finance. Like, I'll have the last laugh here. You have no idea. Like, I could have a house on this NFT and you wouldn't even know it. I could have the deed to my home. So people see art, they see Pokemon cards. Explain to us how there's far more of a use case, how there's utility. Kind of get into that. Like, cause even me, I'm still kind of like, I think I get it, but do I? Like, how can Bondly and how does Bondly become Bondly Finance? Really, that's kind of the
Yeah.
question, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we see Bondly as sort of the next generation of what PayPal has done. You know, they've done a lot in this space in terms of turning payments digital.
Mm-hmm.
What we want to do is turn all assets digital. And the start is things that are already digital in nature. So you mentioned having a YouTube account. Absolutely. So the payment rails that we're creating will let you do that in a much more safe way than most options that you have, and that's using crypto. But the really awesome thing that we think is happening this year that's sort of under everybody's radar is the fact that, yes, so having secure entry to a specific thing like a social media account, specifically YouTube, will be an NFT as well. So what this means is by having that YouTube account in your wallet, you'll be able to, that will actually be your login. So only you and YouTube servers will actually know or be able to access that account. And this is done in a few specific ways. And YouTube is a great example because it's not against terms of service to sell your account. So we think this is going to be a massive thing. So a lot of YouTube accounts that are really popular now will look to this method and will list it. So you'll see this next to your CryptoKitty and your hash mask. You'll see a YouTube account that you can actually buy.
Yeah, and if you know it's going to go up, if you like right now, you think it's going to go up market cap wise, right? You see like, oh, market cap's going to go up. Like I got into Rebase token thinking the market cap would go up, things of that nature. So if you want to kind of bet on a grand scale, you could pick up a YouTube channel that maybe is niched in that center. Now, could you buy a portion? Could the NFT? Could you
Yes.
divide the channel into tens, into 100? Could we Satoshi it, so to speak? You know?
Yeah.
Um,
So let me give you an example that didn't
mhm.
use an NFT, and then I'll tell you why NFT needs to be used. So, one of the things my partner, one of the YouTube accounts that my partner bought about 80% of the business, and we call it a business, right? Because honestly, it has revenue, it has customers. Like a YouTube account, if you look at it, it's like, oh, this is like an entertainment channel. It's just for doing it. Actually, it's a business because there is revenue there. There's a lot of ways to use this as a marketing platform. So what he did was he bought an account that specialized in car accident compilations, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So car accident compilations, right? So meaning like the person who created the account just scoured the web for like driver cams and things like this, and basically made these compilations that showed these accidents. The thing is, every single video made over 7 million views, right?
Oh, wow.
So my partner Harry found this example, and he's like, I know exactly what to do. So he went and basically bought 80% of the channel, right, and let the original creator keep 20, and then he's basically started paying the original creator a salary. Just keep doing what you're doing, okay? So then what we did was we were able to find three different brand deals with guess what? Insurance companies, right?
Oh yeah, because
So what we were able to do, because you can't actually monetize acts of violence like that, right? So the account itself was extremely under monetized. It's bad enough right now that if you get 1 million views on YouTube, that million is only $1,000. Now
yeah,
that,
I remember that 1,000. I learned that like 10 years ago. That it's about 1,000. Even back then, and it's funny you say that too because we're in a serious inflation and technically the channel 1,000 1 million views was 1,005 years ago. You get what I'm saying? Like it hasn't
yeah,
increased monetary value. It actually should be worth 2,000 now. I mean,
right.
yeah, that's
It,
an
it's
interesting thing.
it's
Mm-hmm.
it's ridiculous. Like, and the thing is, right? The only way that creators now on YouTube, especially, can make money is if they do integrated brand deals, right? And so this was actually a very simple change. So just after buying the account for, and then all we had to do is change the descriptions,
Mm-hmm.
so it linked, and it was a simple message, right? Accidents can happen to anyone. Get insured, right? So then it just referral revenue via these links through the brand deal. We were able to generate 10 to 20,000 per month.
Amazing.
So so this is the convergence that we see, right, of the blockchain stuff, which has been always been awesome, right, always been very interesting, very a dynamic space, but then actually bringing in like assets that are valued outside of blockchain, finally bringing them on. So the promise in 2017 is like, oh, your house, your car, your watch will all be on the blockchain. It'll be amazing. Honestly, that's going to take time. It will happen. They were
Mm-hmm.
right, but the time scale's way off. What's here right now is Twitch, is YouTube, is all these things that are actually digitally in nature, and they're the easiest thing to start moving. So, um, my personal opinion is, why have we seen such amazing growth in NFTs? So we said this back in September that NFTs were coming, right? They were going to dominate
Mm-hmm.
everything relating to crypto and actually
Mm-hmm.
give crypto a use case. And then we're seeing it happen in our very eyes when they sell hash masks for, you know, 100 Ethereum, right? Like,
Unbelievable.
yeah, right. So we're seeing it happen, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
not even the start, like the end or the peak of this sort of buying habits. And hash masks, like, it's very cool, but it is a financial experiment, right? This is not even taking into account real world assets that are coming in NFT form that are digital. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like if you could speculate on something that's not even fully tangible yet, imagine where we can go with bridged assets that are already connected. And that brings me to my next question is Bridge Mutual Insurance. How did you leverage that? How did you have that partnership? Do you have more partnerships coming out on the Launchpad? Everyone is a little excited about that. The River Card, I was like tempted to jump on it. I really wanted to. I missed it in the middle of the night, and I knew at 1.4 ETH it was a goodbye. But I just want you to kind of jump on that, the Launchpad, how you're launching projects, how you dealt with brought into the Bridge Mutual Insurance partnership, just unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got connected with Mike, who's the CEO there, earlier on through their
Mm-hmm.
process. So they've had tremendous ramp up, and I think it's just it's more evident to the fact that um, for like we had a massive hack today, right? I actually don't know the details of it, but it's for
Mm-hmm.
YEarn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're seeing is there's this disconnect between doing a blockchain smart contract audit
Mm-hmm.
and then having an insurance relating to it, right? And one was ultra valued, and then one was not valued very much at all. And we're seeing this massive shift of being able to have a policy relating to a product that you're using rather than having to rely on a third party just to tell you if it's safe or not.
Yeah.
Because these are living, breathing systems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And new exploits come out all the time. So realistically, um, so that's why Bridge Mutual is going to be core narrative for the rest of the year, for the rest of the crypto
Mm-hmm.
whatever forever. I think,
What,
because
what,
as long as
what,
Ethereum is still blockchain, which I think it
yeah.
will be forever, they're going to be relevant because honestly, um, we're always going to need a level of protection. So everything we are creating, we want to be protected.
What makes them so bold? Because I'm wondering,
Yeah.
like, wow, like that. Certain people say, the restaurant business is risky. This seems like a risky business. What gives them this confidence to handle such a new space? It's just to me it's pretty fascinating. But to think all new hacks can come out, yet I'm willing to insure you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
Right.
like wow. I mean, I guess it gives trust to blockchain,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I trust it immensely. But again,
Yeah.
like you say, something new could happen every day. So how did they make that their core business? It's like to me, it's pretty
Yeah.
bold.
It
Like
is, and I think it's because of how it works in terms of the crowdsourcing the policy and everything. But that's something for Mike to get on your show. I hope he's able to
totally,
talk
yeah,
more
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
But I would say this, right? Ian Arden is the CTO.
Mm-hmm.
He is a legend. He is like the most hidden legend in blockchain, right?
Interesting.
Everybody talks about Andre, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how much of the infrastructure of Ethereum has been built by Ian Arden over the past
Interesting.
3 or 4 years,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
quietly.
On the low.
And
Yeah.
this is part of the source of the strength of their platform would be relating to his work that he's doing.
Okay, so we have 10 more minutes here, right? Unless you're so much in love with this, you want to keep going. But another idea we had was, another question I had too was, I thought today when we got on the call you might, and again, maybe you're not a drinker, but maybe you would have some type of celebratory beverage, maybe a hat.
Sure.
When I heard about the Logan Paul NFT,
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Like, that blew my mind. Like, to me, and then the fact that I knew I was going to interview like the next day. I mean, we made this interview a month ago. So that was unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Let me grab my whiskey. I will drink with you.
I was about to say, where did you go? I lost you.
Yeah. Sorry, I actually don't have much alcohol in my condo. But anyways, yeah, no. I will drink. So this is my my thing. If you've ever seen my stream, so I will drink with you. But no. So yeah. So the story is, this has been going on for almost 3 months now. This this brand deal discussion, and the fact is, he is one of, let's say, 5 total major brand deals that will change the world of NFTs. That's what we're doing right now. Because the fact is, the entertainment industry is changing. We haven't even started on the music industry yet, or started revealing stuff around the music industry, except that we're making one of the first full NFT albums that's ever been created with the help of Polka. So that's basically going to set the standard for all music NFT. Actually, there's an article in Rolling Stone today on their blog about this, right? About music NFTs, how this is coming, where this is going. Right?
This excites me beyond belief. I'm an independent artist. I have an album on iTunes. You know, when you're struggling to create revenue, when you don't have a team behind you, you know, you don't have a management. When you need to find other ways to create revenue, right? And you know, the deals that artists are signing are just ludicrous at this point. Independent kind of was the way. Even 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, independent really was the way. And you're just, I look at you as like, you know, someone coming to the new world. You're creating so much opportunity for so many people. Even if your project just becomes the pioneer of multiple other projects in a sphere, a unisphere of just immense growth and creation, and where people can own their own creativity, right? People can like connect to the person that, and then actually give them rewards, right? Like whoever got the Bondly cards, right? We're still getting Bondly airdrops. Right? When is the Bondly airdrop coming? A lot of people were asking me. I couldn't give them an exact date. Some people said this week. Some people said next week. Are you allowed to take? Do you know that date? Is that an exact date or?
Yeah. So the promise was the 8th. So we started with December 8th, and that's when the airdrops have been happening. So the numbers themselves are all over the place because there's different rewards for each. But yeah, that's it. So but I wanna just like clarify your question and say say Bondly is, we are not in the business of short-term hacks, right? But we're in the business of changing the entertainment space and the digital asset space. That's the business that we're in. We're in a long term. We are looking for bear market proof success, right?
Interesting.
And there is no bear market for Pokemon cards, right? There's no bear market for you know, major label artists, because whenever they put something out, people will buy it, right? That's what we're interested in building. And you're right, that in that we're willing to be first and take the punches, take the hits, and get something out there and innovate in this space. We want others to copy us, right? We want everybody to move in this space. We want every independent artist, like you're saying, to have a chance to actually monetize better than YouTube, better than the current options, better than Spotify.
Yeah, they're not good enough. They really aren't, man. It's not. That's an issue. It's an issue, and we put too much work in and don't get properly compensated, I feel like. And if you do, you end up having to hold a Heineken bottle or go to a Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? You end up having to connect yourself to something that, because, hey, I got to pay the bills, you know? Like, even Shaggy just did a Dorito commercial, and, like, I'm cool with it, but, like, I'm also someone who connects. Like, do I want my daughter eating Doritos? You know what I'm saying? Like, when do you could disconnect like what you consciously believe in and a paycheck? You know, and I feel like NFTs will free people from having to make, I don't know, they'll be able to be more in tune with their brand, right? And not having to make, a change due to the money and where they're getting a check, you know?
Right.
Last thing I had to slip in there is the Polka Pets. Polka Pets is huge, getting very interesting. Kind of a Pokemon idea there, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, I'd say that-
obviously, have you been influenced by Pokemon? I kind of know the answer to this, but just wanted you to talk a little bit about it and talk where you see Polka Pets going, you know?
what's this game you mentioned?
What
was it
is
called?
this? That thing is beautiful. Look at that.
Yes, this is like, these are my props for most of my calls. I'm trying to explain what NFTs are.
Yeah,
I'm
you got to have
telling
something
them,
in your
I'm
hand.
telling
Yeah.
them this only in digital form, right? Because this is the problem. There's a learning experience that's going on. So, Polka Pets, we believe, is the first real successor to the monster game genre, right? That's what we believe. That's why we've invested so much to build a back-end technology for this, and then we have their team doing the work, like doing the design, creative, all the other front-end technology relating to the game and stuff like that. We've invested our time and our ability to build the whole crypto NFT backend for this, because yes, we do believe it's the successor, right? The goal is it's not going to be a blockchain game that has things that resemble games that are off blockchain. The thing is, it's going to be a game in itself. Like, it's going to be one of the real things that just has a cross NFT experience, but is actually a super fun game that integrates in different ways with different things, right? So right now, the gameplay is honestly the collectible cards aspect. And when we say gameplay, it's going to be things like participating in airdrop lotteries for other Polka Pets related things. It's going to be doing what we call what they call a Polka Pets release, which is, some people in the community call it the Polka Pets barbecue, right?
Yeah.
where cards are burned for the sake of doing other things. It's total meme now already. Like,
Yeah, but no,
yeah.
it's kind of the idea too. Like, why I like Tesla, right? Is you could buy a Tesla, but then 2 years from then you can upgrade the operating system, and then it might actually accelerate faster. Can you believe that?
Right.
Oh, my car can physically change. I don't even have to go anywhere. It's in the mainframe, right? Now, so this makes an NFT, like, people, I mean, I don't want to put people's Mickey Mouse figurines down. I have a bunch of Legos right to my right, and I'm a big Lego guy. So there's my kind of connection to that. And yeah, they sit on my shelf, but they're only alive when I play with them, right? Now, these would be alive in a way where they'd be always integrated into an ecosystem where they would be either getting burned to produce value, or creating creating an actionable event, or getting an airdrop, or being able to include yourself in an event, right? If you get this NFT, then you can come to this possible giveaway. If you get the,
But the other thing is, when the games actually come out, so let's say you don't actually want to you don't want to play the games yourself. What you can do is you can actually lend out your cards to another player, so you can earn passive income based on just lending out your cards to people who might play in a tournament. And guess what? The cool part is, your cards might go up in value, because if it wins this tournament, for example, in Polka Pets Arena, your cards get marked as the champion cards.
Oh my God!
Of that.
Yeah.
So you all of a sudden create them into a 1-of-1 moonbeam. Your moonbeam is a 1-of-1 because it's actually a tournament winner for a specific tournament, right?
Yeah, never to be replicated again for that moment in time. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is the great part about dynamic metadata. This metadata on this card stays this way forever, right? There's nostalgia here. There's a reason that's cool. But with Polka Pets, right, you can get stamped. Like when you play the actual Pokemon game and you beat the Elite Four, right? Your Pokemon get a badge on them, right? This is the same thing, right? We can literally stamp this card forever as a winning card. So it basically creates another level of scarcity, or another level of uniqueness.
Yeah, and utility. Yeah. And just with your last minute here, I just want you to say, like, what do you want us to do? What can I do for you? What can we do as Bondly participants and Bondly supporters? And just you know, what do you want us to do? What can we do? And if that's not even what you want to use that minute for, just let us know, you know?
No, I think it's great. I think it's all about education, right? So this is a scary, weird kind of, not scary, but I'd say like it's a different world for people. But I finally feel like we have the right conversation between people who aren't in blockchain right now and who are. Say we're using the word digital collectibles, using the word of like digital art, digital like or you're just playing something. We're even looking for the right words or relating to it, but the concept is super easy for people to get. It's like, oh no, I'm just playing a new type of Pokemon, or I'm just playing a new type of monsters game, and the reason why I like it is because of this, right? So instead of just saying why is Bitcoin the real money, right? Which is a hard conversation for people to get when Bitcoin goes up 20x and then down to 5% of it, right?
Yeah.
This is a much easier conversation, and this is what we want to do. We want to get people engaged. We want to have hardware wallets that become gaming consoles, right? That's what we want. We want your ledger to become your PlayStation, right? That you plug it into a machine or you have it on your phone, and that's where you're playing these games. And it's actually a seamless experience, right? Between those things. Yeah, and that's the kind of cool, like real world adoption that we can get. And that's what changes us from being an industry that has like peaks and valleys every 3 years to a consistent going up. Right?
Yeah, because you know, like, and just one last thing, what he's saying, anyone newbie out here, like, we will have a bear market, you know,
right.
and we're all running up here because the Bitcoin cycle creates the upswing, which creates the down. And, you know, Brandon, man, you blew me away, man. It was even more than I thought it was going to be. I wish you could look at my face right now, but I'll send you the link, and hopefully we get to reconnect again at another time.
Yeah, anytime.
I love it. I would love to get an NFT. I would love to somehow get involved with my music, with my channel as my channel grows. I can't wait to see where in Bonnley. One last thing is, I have to ask just because it's cliche, even though, do you have any price predictions for Bonnley?
Is this enough for you?
Yeah. Up huge today, by the way. Up huge today. One of the biggest candles it's ever seen. But yeah, man, off the Logan news, I believe, kind of got people going. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, I totally agree with you on the beard scratch. Well, thank you so much. I was hoping we would get one of those. That was all Renchi said, get one beard scratch for me if you can. So thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it. And you have a wonderful night. And thank you for sharing your time with my subscribers. And to the moon for Bonnley, man.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you.
Peace, brother. Okay, guys, I'm going to stay on for a second and kind of stay here for a little while. Hope everyone's having a good time. Hope everyone's feeling great on the live stream. Okay? Yeah. So here, let's take a look at what's going on here. Now, unbelievable, right? Bonnley, man. If Bonnley doesn't blow your mind, if Bonnley doesn't make you think twice about where we're headed, and shout out to the Crypto Lifestyle, man. Show him up there. But let's go into now. Here we go. Moon Crusher www. That was nice, Lever. That was amazing. Wow. To the moon. Let's go. Beard Scratch. Didn't know much about Brandon, but thanks for being here. Beard Scratch. Let's go. Wow. Bonnley. Link to the Rolling Stones article. Music NFTs. That would be pretty cool. Stetson. Good try. Ends. Polka. BBQ. ETH. Okay. Thanks, Pele, Stetson Line. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Pele K Official. It comes to life. Will you mention you in the song? Writing it down if it comes to producing a song for the meme. There have been talks. Interesting. Logan Paul news was a game changer. That plus the news with Doug, SVP of Pokemon, needs to be marketed heavily. Was it you on Twitch who said, let's have a Polka Pet BBQ, Stetson? Collect them all or burn them all. Yeah, burn them up, man. I coined Polka Pet BBQ meme. Should have copyrighted it. Maybe you should have. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for jumping on in. Any last questions for me? Any last questions for everybody else? I hope you enjoyed that. I want to do a better presentations of my live stream. Gonna have to work on that. Maybe create a room and create a side room. It was all right to see his face, though, connecting with Brandon live from Bonnley. He couldn't see my face, though. You guys could see my face. He could not. That's another thing because some of the feed went through my OBS. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining my Telegram. Thank you guys so much for jumping into the live stream here with Brandon from Bondly. We're going to have more of these type of events coming up in the future. This channel will be doing interviews. We will be getting, we'll be going to events. We're going to travel. We're going to go anywhere and everywhere. So stay tuned with the Crypto Lifer as I will take you through this entire space. And yeah, I shouldn't be in here twice. That's interesting. There we go. Anyway, I'm doubling myself up at this point because I'm in the Bondly window. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. I hope you're having a great day and hope you're doing well. I am going to sign off for the night, but thank you guys so much. Unless there's any last things, you should ask Wise for a chat. Yeah, we'll get into the Wise. We'll ask who else do you guys want to see? Let me know, man. Wish I had bought more than 7,500 when I did it at 8 cents. Yeah. Thanks. Great interview. Everybody, thank you guys so much for jumping into the live stream. Really, really appreciate it, man. It means the world to me. It really does. I felt like the way we present him could be better, but it still was pretty good. Thanks. Great interview. Thank you, Renchi. Renchi, you can criticize my live stream later on if you want. I'm willing to take criticism. Shout out to everyone there, though. Yeah, jump into the Telegram. Let me know. Let me know who else you want me to interview. We will go after them. We will get them on the channel, and we will move forward. So, yeah. 39 people. Wow, we had a good amount of people. Did we get a lot of likes? I didn't even check on the likes. I hope we did well. We will move forward. So I hope we did well. 39 people. Wow, we had a good amount of people. Did we get a lot? 16 likes. Damn, my live stream gets more likes than that. Wow. You guys are tough customers over here, right? But Bondly will change the world. Bondly is setting itself up to do big things. So yeah, stay tuned, man, for more coming out of Bondly. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing. I love you guys. And remember, 1, 2, 3.